Alright. And I just looked at the clock. I don't think we're going to be able to check this knife in, man. Yeah, this is taking a minute. Oof. Maybe I'll cut out some of that front video trying to profile it. So if it's not there, just know it's because I wanted to really kind of check the knife in, go over the ergonomics and the pocket clip, and watching me grind away on this blade isn't near as informative as checking this knife in would be. So I might mash some of that out of there. So as I'm talking about it, you know, there was some footage in the front where I was really trying to remove material to get rid of the blade contact in the back. Albeit I finally admitted and accepted defeat. And decided to just polish up the edge on this. Yeah. And that way if it cuts me, if I put it in my pocket and it cuts me, it looks good doing it. Because I'm gonna, in order to get rid of it altogether, I'm gonna have to take it down to my shop to my belt sander and go straight on with this blade and take the bevel completely off of it. And what I mean is go this way and reprofile that completely. And the blade's so short that I thought I could get enough off, a half a millimeter or something, and affect change. And so I was taking the stock off and checking the blade contact in the back, and it didn't get any better. So looking at the thickness of this blade and how much progress I had made, I decided, yeah, this is one of those that's just gonna, it'll cut you from the back. Now, could I flatten this out on my belt sander and then reprofile it? Yeah, but the blade is so short that, I mean, what would be left to get that out of there? And I mean, I should have thought of that before I did it. You know what I mean? Before I tried to take that on. So instead, I made it a project to really polish up this edge. So, it's pretty much done. Just running a little bit on this 12,000. Quick strop. Feels pretty smooth on that strop, I can tell you. What do we got? Let's back out. Okay, are we sharp? Oh, come on, man. No matter what, I'm not going back to the sharpener, so let's create some headspace here. Okay. All right. We shop. I mean, it feels like maybe I could strop it a little bit again. So I'm going to try that. Like maybe there's a tiny little burr on it. I don't know that there is. I hope that's what it is, because then this could get it off. I am going to run it on my table a little bit, just to maybe help. If there's a burr on it, try to knock that off. All right, let's try it again and see what we got. I mean, seems kind of struggly right here. But boy, you wouldn't know it to put your finger on it. I can tell you that. Ooh. Yeah, so let's try the hair test again. Sometimes a paper test is BS. I mean, it's pretty sharp for such a thick blade. What about that polish? I wonder if we can illustrate it. What do you think? It's always hard to see that polish, right? If I could hold still. Looks pretty good, huh? Yeah. Not bad. All right. Well, I'm going to clean it up. Actually, I'm not going to clean it up. Let's bump over and do the review. Okay. TWOSUN TS294 RAHE design in D2. Let's run the action just a couple of times. It is a front flipper only. And the action on this is silk. Yeah. Let's get in. It's got a little Loctite in it. I believe that's because I've been in here before. So I'm not going to linger too much. Yeah, there's the proper amount of oil there. I do remember there were some odd engravings in this knife. Kind of strange. Like somebody took a engraver tool to the inside of the scales. I think there's something on the other scale too, if I remember right. I've had this knife for quite a while. I'm just going to wipe it down a little bit. Let's check this blade. Definitely want to clean it. All that sharpening, dust, and who knows what. We'll take this other bearing off as well. Yeah, so there's another engraving. I don't know. See it? Kind of weird. Looks like a number 2, but I don't know. Is that what it is? I can't tell. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, that's too bad. I really wanted to fix the little issue with this one. And I mean, like I said, I could take this down, put it on my belt sander, and then go this way with it and take that material off right there, because that's where it's touching, is right here. I could take that off. It's got this natural upturn here, so I could play into that and then just smooth in. So I could do that, but the blade is already so short that as I got going, I thought, I don't think I can really afford to take as much as it's going to need off of this blade. I mean, that thing would just be like this huge, thick chunk. It already is huge and thick. So I tapped out. I said, nah, let's leave it be. And it's not because I'm scared, man. Don't think I'm scared. I ain't scared. I feel like I'm missing something. Like right there. But I don't think so. There's a pin here for this. And that's it. I mean, built like a tank. This thing is so solid. And these scales, I mean, titanium and steel. Pretty cool. Put a little on that detent ball ramp. I mean, simple, brother. Simple. And this was one that when I bought it, I mean, it caught my eye visually. I looked at it, you know, this profile right here, and I was like, yeah, I got to get me one of those. Now, I don't remember what I paid for it. I'll have to look. I'll add it in here. I probably overpaid because, you know, when it twinkles and it's eye candy, it's easy for me to get fixated on it. If it's not cool visually, it's easy for me to delete it in my eBay watch list. You know, as the price goes up, it reaches a certain point, I can just delete it. I don't have to keep watching it. It's like, I didn't really like the knife anyways. But man, when it's eye candy, possessed. Yeah, I'm looking at it going, ooh. Please don't go higher. Please don't go higher. Okay. Yeah. Drop shut. Beautiful. Front flipper only. So I know there's a bunch of you right now going, yeah, that ain't me, man. And it's not super intuitive either. Like, I have failed this knife a bunch trying to open it, like just come off like that. You really got to be intentional to drive your thumb over. Yep. And if you do that, it runs pretty good because it's tall enough here. It's got pretty good jimping, so yeah, it'll run. Um, and then drop shut. We already talked about that. Easy access to the lock bar. It's lowered here, and then not a lot of tension on that, so easy to get in there. Ergonomics. So um, this thing in hand, I mean, it feels so good. It doesn't have a finger guard, so automatically it's got to be lower than a confident grip because this isn't really made to go this way because you meet any resistance and I mean it's a rational assumption. And listen, all the love in the world, my man. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you hanging out on the channel and commenting. It's all good. But the comment was maybe I should make a stab dummy so that I could real world test them. And I mean, I guess, yeah, I could if I was trying to give it a legitimate pokey quotient, that said, hey, this is a 3.7% success rate. But yeah, bro, I'm just in general, I'm saying, in my opinion, this is not a confident grip. I can't be confident that if I had to poke with this in this strong grip, thumb forward strong grip, or this thumb strong grip, that I wouldn't be confident that I wouldn't have this knife just completely run through my hand and then run across this extremely sharp blade and cut me up. Yeah, that thing's stupid sharp. I wonder if we can, I want to try to illustrate that polish a little better. Let's zoom in. Let's see if I can do it. Now I'm just wasting y'all's time. I'm just coming up with stuff to keep going. Yeah, there's that polished edge. Uh-huh. It's hard to tell sometimes, isn't it? I think we're clearing it up right here. That thing is a mirror. Mirror. Yeah, man. Turned out nice. So, yeah, ergonomics, man, they're good. This thing really fits nice in the hand. And push come to shove, there's always this back grip, which gives you the thumb on. I personally would probably want to carry this one backwards. More of a reverse grip. Like so that point is coming down and in. The sharp edge is on the inside of that plunge move. But yeah, it's got a fair amount of heft to it. Even though it's a thin, lightweight knife, it's not a baby knife. All right, let's check the pocket clip. It's fast becoming not short weather where I'm at, so yeah, runs good on that thick material, runs all the way to the top. It's got great tension. Yep. Thin material is about jean size. Again, runs all the way in. Excellent retention. Even on this thin material right here. Oh, come on. Stooge. Yeah, so, hey, it was really good here. Yeah, on the thick material, boom, home run. Thin material, even here, it'll pass the dryer test. If you put it there, run it in the dryer, it'll still be there. My spot on this back pocket right here, It's wore out on these. But yeah, that thing's money right there. And easy to get out. These holes aid, and then there's a hole here. So grabbing onto this, you know, if you grab this, it's coming out of there. Yep, I like it. So let's cover the safety, because I talked about it in the front end of the video, but normally it's at the back end of the video. Man, that thing. I mean, come on. That thing is so nice. Now, safety, contact that blade in the back right here, predominantly right here. So if this was down in my pocket, now luckily for me, in my pocket, this is up against the seam, so I would never be reaching on this side. If you carried this in your front pocket on the outside over here, and you reached inside this pocket for change or your keys or anything, well, if you ran your hand or your finger up in there, you got blade contact all day long. Now, would I still carry this knife? Yeah, I'm gonna. I like this one a lot. That no finger guard's a bummer. That blade contact's a bummer. But the rest of it kind of makes up for it. So the tip contact, that tip's buried, and the clip is good. So clip is good, tip is good, but you do have blade contact in the back. Price and availability. So currently, White Mountain Knives has this for like $85. So if you take the 10% off, the code's down below, by the way, DM10 is the coupon code. That would take, what is it, $8.50 off of it. So that gets you down to, I don't know, $76.50. So around $76. And yeah, I didn't overpay for it. I paid a little under $70 for it at a live auction. So, but hey, listen, $6 difference, and you can get it from White Mountain Knives, and they'll ship it to you, and you'll have it in 3 days. So there it is, the TS294 in D2 steel. Man, I can just tell you that in hand, this thing is so refined. It feels so good. The grip's not confident. It's less than confident. But just as a daily carrier, and push come to shove, I mean, I'll be honest, I would not want to use this as a self-defense knife, just because the grip's kind of lousy. Yeah, I mean, if this met resistance, not good. But I do like the knife. So definitely, if it's not primary, if it's secondary, I'm okay with putting this in my pocket. All right. Hey, anyways, I appreciate you watching the marathon. I'm going to try to chop 20 minutes out of this video, because right now it's just clicking over 47 minutes. 47 minutes I've been going at this thing. But it's not going to be that when you see it. I'll try to get it down 20-ish, 25. I'll chop it up. Anyways, appreciate you watching.